UFC welterweight division is on the brink of a seismic shift as a legendary former champion sets his sights on a rising star who's been tearing through the ranks with reckless abandon. Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare, has been a force to be reckoned with in the octagon, with a formidable wrestling background and devastating knockout power. But after a string of tough losses, Usman is hungry to get back to his winning ways and reclaim his spot at the top of the division, and he's got his eyes fixed firmly on Sean Brady, the young and fearless contender who's been making waves in the welterweight division with his slick submissions and dominant grappling skills. The stage is set for a thrilling showdown between two of the UFC's most exciting welterweights. Will Usman's experience and skill be tough to take down the rising star, or will Brady's youth and aggression prove to be too much for the former champion? Kamaru Usman's desire to face Sean Brady is a fascinating development in the UFC welterweight division. Usman, a former champion, has been vocal about his desire to get back to the top of the division, and he believes that a win over Brady would be a significant step in that direction. But what makes Brady such an appealing opponent for Usman? For starters, Brady's impressive win over Leon Edwards at UFC Fight Night 255 was a major statement victory. Edwards, a former champion himself, was expected to be a tough test for Brady, but the young contender rose to the challenge and dominated the fight. That performance caught Usman's attention, and he's been signing Brady's praises ever since. Usman has also expressed his admiration for Brady's grappling skills, which are undoubtedly some of the best in the division. Brady's ability to control opponents on the ground and finish fights with submission is a major asset, and Usman believes that this own wrestling background would make for an intriguing matchup. By facing Brady, Usman is looking to test his skills against one of the division's most formidable grapplers. But beyond the technical aspects of the matchup, Usman's desire to face Brady also speaks to his own competitive drive. After suffering a string of tough losses, Usman is eager to get back in the win column and prove that he is still a force to be reckoned with in the division. By facing a rising star like Brady, Usman is looking to make a statement and show the world that he is still a contender. So, who will emerge victorious in this highly anticipated match? While both Usman and Brady have the skills and the talent to win, I believe that Usman's experience and well-roundedness will give him the edge he needs to take down the rising star. First and foremost, Usman's wrestling background is a major advantage. As a former NCAA Division II wrestler, Usman has a strong foundation in grappling that will serve him well against Brady's submission-based attack. Usman's ability to control opponents on the ground and defend against submission will be crucial in this fight. Additionally, Usman's striking has improved significantly over the years. He has developed a strong jab and has shown the ability to finish fights with his fists. Against Brady, Usman will look to use his jab to keep the younger fighter at bay and prevent him from getting into range to attempt a takedown. Brady, on the other hand, will look to use his quickness and agility to evade Usman's strikes and get into range to attempt a submission. However, I believe that Usman's experience and ring general leadership will allow him to dictate the pace of the fight and prevent Brady from getting into a rhythm. Overall, while Brady is a formidable opponent with a lot of potential, I believe that Usman's experienced wrestling background and well-roundedness will give him the edge he needs to win. I am predicting a unanimous decision victory for Usman, with all three judges scoring the fight 49-46 in his favor. Regardless of who emerges victorious in this matchup, both Usman and Brady will have a lot to consider when it comes to their next move. If Usman wins, he'll likely be right back in the title mix. A win over Brady would be a significant statement, and Usman would likely be in line for a title shot against the winner of the next title fight. Usman has already expressed his desire to face Khamzat Chimaev, and a win over Brady would put him in a strong position to make that fight happen. On the other hand, if Brady wins, he'll likely be catapulted into the top 5 of the welterweight division. A win over a former champion like Usman would be a huge statement, and Brady would likely be in line for a title shot in the near future. Brady has already shown that he has the skills and the confidence to compete with the best in the division, and a win over Usman would only add to his growing reputation. As for what's next for the loser? It's likely that they'll face a fellow contender in the division. If Usman loses, he may face someone like Wisnit Luque or Jeff Neal, both of whom are highly ranked and looking to make a statement in the division. If Brady loses, he may face someone like Shavkat Rakhmonov or Bilal Muhammad, both of whom are rising stars in the division and looking to make a name for themselves. Ultimately, the outcome of this fight will have a significant impact on the welterweight division, and both Usman and Brady will be looking to make a statement and set themselves up for success in the future. In conclusion, the matchup between Kamaru Usman and Sean Brady is shaping up to be one of the most exciting fights of the year. Both fighters have the skills and the talent to win, and the outcome is far from certain. Regardless of who emerges victorious, this fight is sure to be an instant classic. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest news and analysis from the world of wrestling and MMA, be sure to subscribe to World Insane Wrestling. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most in depth and expert analysis as well as the latest news and updates from the world of combat sports. By subscribing to our channel, you'll get access to exclusive content including fight predictions, analysis, and breakdowns. You'll also be supporting our mission to bring you the best and most informative content possible. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to World Instant Wrestling today and join the conversation. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notification, and get ready to take your wrestling and MMA knowledge to the next level.